we'll see the national champions from last year, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Ducks will boot it away to start the game. Fielded in the end zone. It's Carter. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He's got the back in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means third and long. Third and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
Brown will throw it. Right on the money. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The Badgers have this offense rolling. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He's got him in the flat. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Takes it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon!
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Big six.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Paul. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one.
That's a good-looking throw, and I know when we talk Wisconsin offense, we're always talking about running backs, but they've seen their fair share of QBs too. Darren Bevel back in my day, Scott Tolzien had some success, and then, of course, Russell Wilson also. This guy right now in this game, he needs to get himself into a rhythm, and if he gets there, he's dangerous.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Brown wants to pass. On the run, still looking. Zips it out to his man. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he...
Turning it on! Gives him the big stiff arm. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. And the Badgers will line it up on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
With the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet. This
touchdown, Badgers! Great job by the back on the option. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. On the move, it's Riggs. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The offense changing the play. Off play action. Floating away. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Powers through the defender. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Wants to throw on first down. Fires left. That pass falls incomplete, and it wraps up an entertaining first. Both offenses doing damage. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. The give to the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The power of Autzen Stadium on shotgun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Moving out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. Got his man on the right. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He's shoved out of bounds right at the 6-yard line as they were able to at least keep him out of the end zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. And that ball's free behind the line. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the 1st down marker. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the 1st without scoring. Now the play fake. Forced out of the pocket. Smashes through the tackle. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He'll bring it out. It's Paul. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. There he goes. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Notre Dame. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off play action on 1st down. Now improvising. Going to try to get it himself. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Off the play fake. Quick strike complete.
I mean, what great athletic ability to toe tap the sidelines and keep him in bounds. What a one-yard gain.
And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Finds his big tight end. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. And he was able to break one tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
Man, this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him. And you better wrap up those legs and hold on tight. This dude's hard to tackle.
The sure hands, it's Montgomery. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
The Ducks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He might want another play. To the air, it's Underwood. Makes the grab on the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Well, this defense is going to have their hands full trying to defend the pass with all of these weapons they've got on the perimeter of the field. That is a great job bringing a dangerous target down right away after he catches the slant.
And the Ducks need to pick it up on 4th down. They'll move the wide receiver. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And now they regain the lead. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Tackle. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big...
Lofts one high and deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And that's a very productive 1st down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. The Badgers want to crank the tempo. Got it in the middle. It's Hilton. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Brown will throw it. They're working that left side. At the 20, he's got space. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. It's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Got a 1st down. On the move at the 30. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Badgers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. The back has it. Here's the pressure. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. Nice move there. Got some room to run. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field tricks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. He turns that loose down the right side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll do it himself. Spins away from the defense. Still running up at 40. There he goes. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Oregon. And once he found open space, the
being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Indiana is on the wrong end of a steel-toed boot today. This is one of those performances we simply do not see from this program. Embarrassing. They're trailing by 18 to Notre Dame. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Badger. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Montgomery. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Quarterback extends the play. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Now on second down. Trying play action. Slings it downfield. Complete to the right. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Brought down at the 17 as he brought it all the way back inside the 20 after the pick.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
Nice move to keep running. Breaks into the open. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. The Badgers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Working that left side now. It's a seam wide open. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Sometimes you're hesitant to use your quarterback as a runner. Not when your quarterback runs like this.
You dang right. I'm going to use him. I'm going to use him early and often. The dude can run so well, can make you miss. Do you worry about him getting dinged up throughout a game? Sure, but when you can do things like that, it makes your offense so much stronger.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish.
He's got it down the right side. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Underwood. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense.
Hits him in stride inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Touchdown Ducks! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And you're really starting to see the chemistry that this guy is developing with his quarterback. They hooked up for a touchdown the first game. They do it again here. These two are on the same page.
And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Brown wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
Under fire. The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hits him in stride of the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Badgers.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Listen, sometimes these quarterbacks, they get locked in on who they want to throw to. I didn't think he was open there. Nice job by the defender, breaking on the football, batting the ball down, making sure that receiver can't make a play.
The play action fake. Steps away to find some room. Creates a little space. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Now rolling to the left. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Pulls it in. It's Montgomery. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. The give. Turning it on. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And the route is on.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. They're going to test the right side with this one. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Badgers!
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Got his man to the left. There he goes. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He got loose, almost housed, and finally tracked down at the 32. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now.
Turning on the Jets. He's inside the 40. The 20. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking deep down the right side. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
The number 1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Right down the boulevard. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. He's taking a deep shot. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. You can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going, and maybe you can do it.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Clark. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. Oh, he's got some space. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Hand off from the shotgun. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock. Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard. They picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through. And
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drummed. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go well.
And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Rolling right and going deep. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game. Safe to say the offense could have used a few more plays like that earlier in the game.
Too little, too late. At least you got something going. You got some kind of rhythm. The offense put some points up. But man, if they'd have started a little bit better, they might have had a chance to be a little bit more in this ballgame.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He's going to bring this one out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to throw deep right side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. So the game will continue for at least one more play as the penalty gives the offense an untimed down. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Give to the back. Can't get him to the ground. And after the short gain, that is going to put this one in the books.